Hey guys, and welcome to my second Ninja Turtle clay tutorial. Today we are going to create Michelangelo or Mikey from the gang. If you have seen my other Ninja Turtle tutorial, you know that there is Donatello and Raphael left. But now let's focus on creating Michelangelo. As you can see, I started with the head and I made some space for the white clay, and I think he has blue iris. This was pretty difficult. I searched for different kinds of pictures from comic book and the movie, and everywhere there was a different color of the iris. But what's beyond all questions is the color of his blindfold. It's orange, of course. Yeah, while I'm wrapping around the blindfold around Mikey's head, I'd like to talk about beginnings. First beginning on how I became a huge fan of the Ninja Turtles. The story starts back in kindergarten. One day we had to create a cutting board for breakfast for our parents or something like that. And you could either choose to take a board with a horse on it, with a witch, or with a Ninja Turtle. Well, and I choose to take the horse. And all the other boys asked me what was wrong with me, why I would choose the horse. And this was the first time I heard about the Ninja Turtles. 2 weeks later there was my birthday, and I got an action figure of Raphael of the Ninja Turtles. And no horse. I'm preparing the legs. You may have noticed that I used aluminum wire for them, also for one arm, cause this arm should be outstretched from the body. For the front part of the turtle shell, I mixed two different kinds of brown, an ochre and a darker brown. And you see that I didn't mix them very clearly, cause I really like the kind of pattern which appears. Okay, now it's time to create the back part of the turtle shell. And you may remember my other tutorial of Leonardo. I did the same technique. I used a darker brown color as base layer, and I put a very thin, lighter brown layer over it. And when cutting the shell pattern, the darker brown can be seen right at the cutting edges. And this looks great. As I made the lighter layer a bit too thick, I started cutting away some pieces of it. You see the dark brown spots. This is from cutting away some of the lighter brown. Same technique for the bandage. I did the same technique on Leonardo as well. Just put some ochre color clay into the bandage, and it speaks for itself. It looks amazing. I created the shoes out of one block of clay, black clay, and I cutted away the pieces I didn't need. For example, the part where the toes would be. Yeah. So keep in mind that you keep some of the green clay you're mixing at the beginning. There's an orange M on the shoes. Well, not in the comic books, but in the movies. I mentioned it at the beginning of this tutorial that I wanted to talk about beginnings. And there's another beginning of the Ninja Turtles I want to talk about. It's how this serial started. It was invented by Kevin Eastman and the other guy, Peter Laird, I don't know how he's pronounced. Sorry for that, Peter. And they started back in the 1980s, and they intended to do a parody for the most popular comics of this time. And they thought, what would be the most crazy idea for a comic book? And they came up with the idea to take turtles, give them the size of a human being, let them talk and eat a lot of pizza. Yeah, this is how the Ninja Turtles were born. Well, and after they got so popular, they went on with their creation and gave them a master, which is a rat. Splinter! Now we will create the armor. Mikey has a lot of armor on his left leg. I don't know why, but he has a lot of armor. And a patch. For the armor part above the knee, I mixed two colors. Well, I took a black layer and an orange one, that you can see the orange right at the edge. And there's a structure on it, putting together the torso and the legs. And we will add some details to the arms. I really can't tell you what this is for. Maybe it's just some kind of protection when they are in a fist fight. Well, when Mikey is not fighting with his bare fists, he's fighting with his beloved Nunchucks. I'm using a fashion necklace for the connection parts of the Nunchucks. I don't think that clay would have been a good solution for these chains. I am adding some eyelids. Woo! And now we are getting to the most funny part of this tutorial. Mikey has a pullover bended around his hips. And then I saw this old shirt laying in the corner. I took it and I cut a pullover right for Mikey, right out of the shirt. Mikey seems to love different crap kind of stuff. And so he has sunglasses hanging around his neck and even a necklace, a belt. And so we have to make a lot of detail work for him. For the necklace, I'm starting to prepare and draw where I have to put all the pearls. I'm using two different kinds of brown for the pearls. I think he even has a second necklace. Well, but I only decided to take one necklace. It's enough of jewelry, Mikey. This is how I prepared the sunglasses. It's white, so use white clay. I didn't find a way to make the glasses transparent, so I just took some black clay for them. The sunglasses are supposed to hang right on the necklace. Yeah, we're almost done. The blindfolds, the part of the blindfolds coming right to the front are missing. And we are ready for the oven. Woohoo! There's the problem that Mikey cannot stand, as you can see. And so I had to remove some clay under the feet. Just use some sandpaper for this and it's no problem. And for the skin, we are using transparent polish, also for the glasses and the toes. On the back part, the turtle shell, I'm using just some spots. Adding the Nunchucks so he can fight against Shredder. And we are done! I hope you enjoyed the tutorial of Mikey from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It was so much fun creating all the tiny details. If you have questions, write it in the comments. I also created Leonardo. If you want to see a tutorial on him, just click here. Well, thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye. Hey, how are you doing? Pizza, New York City, okay. Shredder!